The wait is finally over because Into the Unknown is delivering Aeon Trespass Odyssey. It was officially announced for 2021. It has taken them almost 2 years extra and it is finally here. Let's unbox it right now. So this is a really big box. This is Into the Unknown. It's the core pledge and it is almost 11 kilos, so it is really a lot of content probably. Let's have a look. So packed in mystery. Let's throw this at the side. It's really nicely packed. I think, wow, it's really well protected. It's probably, I'll probably need a little assistance to take it out of the box. Will, can you aid me, please? Wow, look at this beauty. This is a massive box and here it comes. It's really tight. Let's check the quality of the cardboard. So that seems okay, decent enough. It's not. Seems perfect to me. I'll put it back for now, just to have an indication of the quality. So there are a lot of tokens and punch-out cardboard over here. Also for the maps you need to make. And these are the counters, so you need to assemble these to have the counters working. This is the battle map. So you have two maps in the game. One for the battles you're going to do and one of the world map. So this is quite nice for cardboard. Looks really well. I had my doubts because there's also a neoprene mat for this game, but I think the cardboard is from really nice quality. So yeah, not disappointed. Not disappointed at all. So the base game comes with 3 adventures. They are called cycles within the game. So for each cycle you have a book with all the storyline. Let's check one of those. So I like the really clean look of the whole game, but there's also a lot of detail too. So look at this. So it starts off, what is this book? And well, if you're playing adventure games, you're probably familiar with all the different story parts which link to each other depending on which choice you make within the game. There's nothing different for Aeon Trespass Odyssey. There's a lot of text. Could have been a little more full of pictures, I guess, but well, you get the idea. And there are different chapters, as you can see. So just a general impression of one of the cycles. And there are 2 more, and there are quite a lot of pages within one book. So let me check if there's a page count. Yeah, there is 123 pages just for the first cycle. So a lot of adventure. I think there was over 100 hours of gameplay within just the core box. So plenty to do over here. And here it comes. You already can see a lot of miniatures within this game. So let me see what this is first. It's just a protective piece of cardboard. Wow. And it is massive. Let me check how I can pull these things out. So just to get a general idea, this is one of the titans you can play. You are called an agronaut. You're controlling titans. There's like a kind of giant which are battling for you. This is just one of them. Where did it come from? Over here. And this is quite a nice one. Look at this. It's already a pretty big one. And depending on what cycle you play, you can upgrade your titans. So I don't know if this one is for the first cycle or for a later cycle on. Just picking something. I don't know what it is, but it looks like a piece of terrain to me, but I don't know for sure. And as you can see, as we go deeper into the box, the miniatures grow at size. This is a really big tray of miniatures. So, for instance, this is a really big one. I think this is one of the enemies. I think you can tell by looking at the bottom of the miniatures. So this kind of a skull. Looks like a real hero to me. And this is one of the enemies I know for sure. Look at this, and the amount of detail in his wings. It's almost like squid arms. And this is on the back. And this has a skull as well, so just another. Can't get enough of it. They're really original kind of enemies, so I like it a lot. Look at this. Let's see what is beneath it. Here are all the cards. And here's the Learn How to Play guide. Will probably be a little bit more on the complex side because there's quite some rule sheets over here. But just to get a general impression over this. This is quite nice. It has a lot of artwork in it. And examples of line of sight, for instance. This looks good. I don't know if there's a tutorial mission or something, but if there is, that should be great. And this is the general rule book. So this is quite a thick book. And it has 80 pages, so there's a lot to learn. The biggest miniatures, look at this. Look at these giants. These are humongous. Wow. These are probably the cycle end bosses, I guess. It's a gigantic. Look at this one. Jesus. This is probably why the box is so heavy, because the miniatures are quite heavy by themselves. We have cards, a lot of cards. I'm not going to open all of the packs because that will take too much time, but let's look at the player boards. So these are the Dreamwalkers. They look quite nice. And these are some other probably enemies, I don't know for sure. And these are, I thought these were kind of event-like cards. But look how nice this is done. So some custom dice. Just to get a general idea of all the dice. I like it because they're not actually stickered, but there's been a depth within the die, so it doesn't wear off that easily. These are just generic die with the symbol of the game on it. But as you can see, a lot of symbology on it. So let's open up some cards. So we have several cards within the game. These are map tiles. Look at these. So, well, it really looks like the seventh continent to me, with the same size of cards and connection points to it. and probably a point of interest over here. And here you got some other cards, so just to get a general idea. And this is the way you build the world and navigate around it. So a lot of exploration too in the game. And within the world map you have all these different creatures and all these different bosses that needs to be defeated. So it's going to be an epic adventure for sure. So it's all set in an alternative version of the Greek mythology, and these are the symbology you will get acquainted to. So look at these. These are technology cards. These are used to upgrade your Titan or even your ship, because you're traveling through the world on a giant ship. There are over 1500 of cards within the game, so I can't open all of them in this video, but you get a general feel for how it looks like. So look at these, all kinds of kind of weaponry, kind of mask and items and gear, helmets, all kinds of stuff to equip on your Titan. And we're not even started with all the cards, but besides of all these cards, you also got all kinds of secret stuff. These are packed within an envelope, kind of like the King's Dilemma. And there's also a secret deck. So some things I can't open up because else I will spoil the game for you, but there's really a lot of content. I will show it in the box. Here are all the poker-sized cards. So these are secret decks. And I think these are enemy decks for the enemy intelligence or the way they are fighting. As you can see, they are numbered, so these are for the different acts or the different chapters within the game. Here, something here. This is the enemy AI deck. I forgot the name for it, but that's it. Just to get an idea. These are, I guess, combat cards. Because within the game, when enemies and players gain more wounds, they become more powerful. So there's kind of a risk reward in the game to get more wounds, to become more powerful, but to become even closer to dying. So the first impression I have of this game is that the developer, Into the Unknown, has spent a lot of love and attention to this game. The miniatures are for a phenomenal quality, but that's no big surprise because Into the Unknown started as a miniature developer. The game looks really rich, has a lot of adventure, has a lot of depth, and is gonna take you probably forever to go through it. But that's not the real big surprise, because I think this game is a real competitor for Kingdom Death Monster. It's not really a game, but it's an experience. It's something you're gonna play for years and years to come with a dedicated game couple, which is going to endure and to experience a life-lasting experience. Well, that's the impression I've got. I need to play it at first, but this has all the promises of that kind of game. We'll come back to this with a review and our first impressions when we go play through this game, so stick around on 1D6. If you like what you saw, leave a comment or like this video, or even consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for now, see you in the next video.